I'm Azrenock.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Adam Outler.
Hi, it's DK.
This is XDA Developer TV, and you don't know it.
And you don't know it.
You don't know it.
And you don't know it.
But this channel has just hit 100,000
100,000
subscribers.
Just over 2 years ago, this channel began.
And we've been growing and we've been expanding, and it's all really thanks to you guys.
Our lovely subscribers.
Our wonderful subscribers.
All thanks to me. And you. You know, wonderful subscribers. We just want to thank you.
And we look forward to creating more content for our great viewers to enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, thank you. Peace.
It's Friday, March 21st, 2013, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. Things may look just a little bit different here. I'm trying out a new lens on my camera just to see if it works. But anyway, let's get started with the news. First up, Adam Outler was in the news quite a bit this week with regard to his Casual application. Casual, if you're not familiar with it, essentially makes it very easy to script up methods for exploiting your device. Essentially, it's sort of a scripting language that's Java-based that allows you to wrap up existing exploits and make it very easy to automate rooting your device or doing whatever you want to the device, really. Well, he put out a relatively major update to the application this week. Up to this point, it's been relatively simple to use it on Linux, almost entirely automated. Well, his latest focus seems to have been getting it to work a little bit better on Windows and Mac. From what I understand, he had Windows on his machine for just a little while to go ahead and get that running, and I think he has a Mac or something at this point that he's working with as well. So very cool to get more platforms covered and make things just a little easier. Specifically, the Galaxy Note 2 and the Galaxy S3 were featured as being easier to work with on Windows and Mac now. So if you have one of those devices, or if you just haven't checked out Adam's Casual application yet and you have not exploited your device of choice, you may want to go give it a look, especially if you're on Windows and Mac now, just because it's going to be a little bit easier. Moving right along though, there's been a lot of back and forth over the years about Odexed versus deodexed ROMs, whether you should have things deodexed, whether Odexing them, leaving them Odexed, adds performance, things like that. Of course, deodexing them makes it a little bit easier to customize them, but the big back and forth as to whether or not you should Odex them back after the fact. That's not really up to me to make the decision on or to even talk about. However, XDA recognized developer MJ Nazari has created a script that makes it relatively simple to take those deodexed files you've got and make them work within an Odexed framework by re-Odexing them for you. At the time of the article posting, it currently only works with framework jars, but I'm sure, as with everything else, moving, growing, changing, lots and lots of things happening in the forum, so do make sure to read through that forum thread for all of the details. And a relatively interesting story, at least if you're interested in the Windows Phone side of things. Microsoft tends to sunset things. They put a hard line in the sand, this is the date we're going to stop supporting this device or this operating system. Well, apparently they've gone ahead and put out potential sunset dates for Windows Phone 7.8 and Windows Phone 8. And interestingly enough, I guess because of the release dates, Windows Phone 8 is set to be sunset before Windows Phone 7.8. Now realistically, that does kind of make sense. It's sort of like saying that Windows 7 is going to be sunset before Windows XP Service Pack 3, although Windows XP will probably live on for another 20 years, and who knows? I don't really care. Beside the point. Realistically, by the time these things get sunset, which is going to be sometime in 2014, Windows 8 will probably be kind of obscure because there will be Windows 8.1 or 8.5 or 9 or whatever they come with by that time. But one way or another, if you do have a device like this, it is a good idea to keep up on what the updates are, to see what's coming out for your device, to see what's going to be available, to see if you're going to continue to get updates for security and stability purposes, as well as being able to support newer apps. So do make sure to check out their support page. There's a link to that in the portal post. You can see the notes that are associated with the sunset date, and maybe just keep track of when it's going to happen and be wary of that. And finally, there were 3 other videos posted here on XDA Developer TV this week. First up, Steve posted his video talking about how he has switched back from Windows Phone to Android and why. Honestly, my limited amount of time that I spent with Windows Phone, Verizon sent me one to review, really, don't ask. I can totally see where he's coming from with this. That's really not to say that Android is the end-all be-all best thing that's ever existed, but for a lot of people, they do prefer it over Android, and there are a lot of people that try to switch and end up coming back. Same thing happens with iOS, and actually vice versa. So one way or another, welcome back into the fold, Steve. Adam Outler put out a video talking about Google I/O 2013 and trying to dispel some myths and rumors potential myths and rumors about a Nexus 5 and Android version 5.0 and things like that. Of course, it's sort of rumors dispelling rumors with rumors, so rumors, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens, really. Anyway, hopefully we do get some coverage of the event so that we can send it right along your way. And of course, the whole thing's going to be live streamed, and I'm probably going to be watching that from work and home and the car and wherever else I happen to be. And finally, just to wrap things up, TK put out an Android app review talking about securing your phone with Aegis. So if you're interested in securing your phone, definitely go take a look at that